story that I always like to share with people is what made me choose GRF. How did I come to GRF? Prior to joining GRF, I was at another CPA firm in the DC, Maryland, and Virginia area. And a colleague of mine had introduced me to a headhunter who was related to one of the partners at GRF. And I'll never forget, I had an interview with one of the founding partners, Michael Friedman. And I told him my ultimate goal was to be the first Black partner at your firm. So then he threw it back at me and asked me, well, what do you think it takes to become a partner? And I'm just thinking, you have to make it rain. You have to have a big book of business. He said, I think it's better to serve the existing clients that we have with technical expertise and to provide them with value-add services, and they will turn you on to additional business. And he couldn't have been more correct in that. How about you, Darren?
For me, I started 50% in the IT department and 50% in the risk advisory department. So I got a little mix of both, and then I could decide, depending on how the department grows from those value-add services, I can move completely into that. So now I'm like about 80%, 20%. So I got to pick my own path, which is really great. I got to control my future, what I wanted to do in my career.
Excellent. Alejandra?
I think for me, what really drew me to GRF were several different things. The first thing being that I was coming from a CPA firm that was smaller, didn't have much of a female presence as far as in management level positions. And so when I came to GRF and I met with the managing partner and she was female, I was, so pleasantly surprised. I was like, wow, this female is really, steering the ship for the firm. And then I met with the department director for audit, another female. I met with managers, supervisors that were all female. I was at a senior level position and I was like, wow, look at all these successful women. I want to be that one day.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think representation matters, and it really does. If you could see it, you could be it. Absolutely. Akia, any thoughts on that?
Yes. For me, leaving the previous firm that I worked for, what was most important to me was somewhere that I was going to be comfortable and that I could thrive in my career. So the comfortableness aspect comes from that representation, feeling like I can be myself. And in looking at the GRF website, Trevor, I never shared this with you, but there's a picture of you on the website. And when I saw that and saw the status that you had, I said, this is someplace that I can get behind. I had an immediate sense of comfortability here, and that kind of lended itself to me just going ahead and joining GRF. And since I have been here, I have had the ability to thrive within my department and within the company in general. So those were the driving factors for me joining GRF.
Excellent, excellent. And I think, just the fact that you are 100% remote and still thriving and doing all of the things that you need to do to be successful, both personally and professionally, is just a testament again to the firm and what we do to ensure that everyone is successful.